Welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part weekly bundle reading. I'm a counselor, a 2-time award-winning actress, and tarot reader. Enjoy your reading.
Hello Capricorn, welcome to Mermaid Love Tarot for your 5-part bundle reading. Thank you for being here. We are going to begin by checking your energies, and then we're going to move on to the other 4 parts of the video. If this is your first time joining me, please be advised that I go live almost every day where I answer free tarot questions to all my members, actually all of my subscribers. And so, if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe so that YouTube can notify you. Don't only subscribe, hit the little bell, because the little bell is the notification to let you know when I go live. Okay, we begin with the card of fire. You have a dragon. This means treasure, protection, and wealth. Okay, so if you've been lacking in the wealth department, just know that things are going to start to come in and work out for you. Okay, there's wealth that's coming in as well as protection. Because in a way, when we have wealth, that is protection, right? And this could be wealth of money, wealth of health. It could be anything, okay? Just like abundance can be anything. Also, you guys, at the end, I leave the egg ritual video so that you guys can cleanse your energy. Just follow that video. It's easy to follow, and you'll be able to cleanse your energies, which is very, very important. I'm also open for personal readings. So I do book quickly. I must let you know so that, you don't come across being surprised. And finally, if you want to forward the reading as I'm shuffling, that's fine. I don't take the cards, but I don't recommend that you shuffle, that you forward the video as I'm doing all the parts, because then the parts connect and you're going to miss out on that. All right, these cards are huge. All right, be fluid. So they're basically telling you to go with the flow. The number 10 means a completion, something that you've completed, okay, that has been resolved. So that's what fluid is, okay? So just let things flow, let things go. Don't try to control anything, because controlling things isn't going to get you anywhere. What do we have for Capricorn, please? Capricorn is actually my favorite sign. I am a Cancer. It's my opposite sign, but I love a Capricorn. Love, love, love a Capricorn. All right. I say this in all my videos. The number 46 might be significant in any combination. 4 means stability. 6 means growth. All right. So there may be a lot of growth happening in your life if you just let things flow. Clearly, you have protection. You have wealth. So just let things flow and let them be as much as they can be. It says dodgy neighbors. Know when to walk away and know when to run. Okay. You might have neighbors that, aren't the best to you. So they're telling you know when to walk and know when to run. Okay, so this might be people that you may need to run from them and stay away from them. Okay, you know your own story of how these people, play a role in your life. What do we have for Capricorn, please? What do we have for Capricorn? All right, it says make peace with the past. You don't have to rewrite the story. Just stop fighting the chapter. Peace begins with acceptance. All right, you may have had some issues with your family in the past, and they're telling you to let it go. All right, and just forgive and try and make peace with it, because it's not like it helps, right, to be at war with people. All right, we'll move on to tarot. I'm going to ask for the first 3 cards. We're going to take out a total of 6. Then we're going to move on to money and actually your advice, and then money and career. All right. So here, before I turn over the cards, I am anticipating death, Tower, Six of Cups, Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, and Three of Pentacles. All right, so you have the Nine of Swords. Many of you have been in your head, anxiety, not being able to sleep. This is Gemini energy. All right, not wanting to face something, and that's going to show how disappointing you are, and you just maybe feeling like lonely and feeling a sense of guilt. All right, maybe you feel the guilt of not forgiving your family and not letting the past go. That could be a possibility, but only you know your story. Then we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse. This is Leo energy. All right. Some of you have so much control, and I can understand why these beginning cards came out, your wealth, letting things flow, because with this card in reverse, you almost doubt your goals. All right. You don't have like self-confidence, and you start to doubt your goals. Therefore, you don't want to continue your motivation, and you stall. Okay. This might be indecisive situations that you are not making a decision or having a hard time making a decision. Then you have the Five of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. Yeah, you always have that mentality of lack. Almost like you feel like when things are in your life, they're false promises. And you know, you don't think with that long-term satisfaction. You stay stuck, feeling as if you don't deserve anything. You know what I mean? And just letting your low confidence and negative thoughts and self-doubt get in the way of the things that you need to do. And these things keep you up at night. Three more cards, please, for Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? What do we have for Capricorn? One more. Whoa. All right, these cards really want to talk today. So we have the King of Cups, right? This is a person that offers you something, and they're Pisces energy, very emotionally stable. Okay, they're committed. They don't just talk things. They really, you know, they talk the talk and walk the walk. Okay, so there's maybe somebody who's coming in towards you with this energy that they convey a lot of power. Okay, this could be in love. This could be somebody offering you something at work. Okay, but this is a person with a lot of compassion. Okay, who's determined to make things work, to commit to whatever it is that they are committing to. Then you also have the Knight of Cups. This is Scorpio energy, all right? This represents like a lot of emotional richness, okay? For a woman or a man who's looking, you know, for somebody that is full of affection, this person might be younger than you. And then we have the Two of Pentacles. Needs to find some type of balance, Capricorn energy, when it comes to your money. Okay, weighing out multiple opportunities to see what choices come up out of that. Okay, you may be needing to make some decisions when it comes to money. Maybe, you know, you don't know if you should buy a house, you don't know if you should buy a car, you don't know if you should save your money. But it's just a lot of decisions when it comes to money. All right, and then we're going to check to see what is your advice. I received this oracle cards today. So we're just going to see what is the advice for Capricorn, please. And we have it all started. It's all starting to add up. The number 10. Some of you may have been wondering, you know, about something, and then you're already starting to realize and putting two and two together. And, you know, things may be starting to add up for you. Like at first you didn't know what was going on, and now you're like, okay, this is happening, that is happening, it's becoming noticeable to me. And so you guys begin to see that if something didn't add up before, something that you were questioning is starting to add up now. Okay, and you're not ignoring red flags, white flags. you know, synchronicities, any kinds of anything. All right, we move on to money and career. What do we have for Capricorn? If you guys are watching the short, I invite you to subscribe so that you can take advantage of when I go live and answer free tarot questions. What do we have, please, for Capricorn? Strategy when it comes to money and career. It says you need a step-by-step plan of attack to reach the next level. Get the advice of someone who is already where you want to go. Okay, so if you know somebody who has started a business, a kind of business like the business that you may want to start, speak to those people, see how they can guide you, right? See how they can walk you through the process. I'm doing that right now because I'm an inventor and I'm trying to get my invention out there. So I have a team of people now who are helping me. What do we have for Capricorn? So don't stall, right? There's things that you can get help. What do we have for Capricorn? Authority. Take on the role of a leader and everything will respect you. Be self-confident. Yeah, you may be that you guys are lacking self-confidence. Instead of asking for help, you're just like, oh, you know, this isn't going to happen for me. We saw that in tarot, right? That you have to stick to your guns and do what you need to do. Stop staying up at night wondering what it is you need to do when you know that you can ask for help. What do we have for Capricorn, please? All right, and then we have retirement planning. Plan for comfortable retirement, contribute to retirement accounts, estimate your future needs, and adjust your saving strategies as needed. So there's a lot having to do with being strategic. Okay, being strategic to plan for your retirement, being strategic to start your own business, right? To leave your current position and just go on your own because you can't take it anymore. Trust me, I hear you. I'm in the same position. All right, we're moving on to love. What do we have for Capricorn? In love. All right. I can't make you happy. There's somebody who wants you to know that as much as they're trying, they seem to feel like that they can't make you happy. Oh my God, how does this even happen? This is insane. 1 second, you guys. All right, so maybe you already know who this person is and why they're telling you that. Maybe, you know, it could be you asking for too much that this person cannot give you and make you happy. All right, it's like I say, you know your story. Tarot is only here to help you and guide you. I don't know why these cards are going so crazy today. What do we have for Capricorn? Then it says, I miss the old you. I miss us. All right, there you have it. This person is missing the old you, the old them. And therefore, you know, they're just feeling like they can make you happy. Maybe there needs to be a conversation with regard to this relationship. Maybe you both need to sit down and talk. Wow, these cards are really going crazy today. Oh my God. Yeah, so you guys may be deciding to stay single because you're happy that way. Doing you, dating, stress-free, setting goals, career focus. All right, so some of you may just be focusing in your career, you know, and just, you know, being free, not wanting to settle down, and that's the reason why. This could be you telling a person you can't make them happy because, you know, you don't want to be committed. And it could be this person telling you that they miss, you know, how things used to be before you may have made this decision. All right, we move on to oracle messages from the universe. What do we have for Capricorn? And it says, when going through tough times, it is important to remember that nothing up to this point has defeated you. You've overcome challenges before. Be kinder to yourself and be thankful for all that you've already have. I woke up this morning feeling this way. Like I need to be thankful. You know, I have a roof over my head. You know, any little thing, a plate of a meal, anything, we should be thankful for. What do we have for Capricorn? The number 99 might be significant. All right, sorry you guys. I have the Spanish cards and I am not about to sit here and translate an entire card. All right, for those of you who don't know, I read in English and Spanish. So if you want more messages, feel free to go to my channel and watch those Spanish readings with subtitles. All right, so it says cougar leadership. So you have a lot of leadership here. You know, they're calling you to go into a leadership position. You have come into your own power. Now is the time to take the lead of a situation and be strong. Using the power of intentions. Be clear with your purpose and define where you are heading. Okay? Because some of you just need to like really, you're probably afraid to go into a leadership position and you don't realize how good you are at it. That's why, you know, guides keep nudging you to do that. Then we have true love. This love is a once in a lifetime. So you guys may be meeting somebody that is the type of love that's once in a lifetime. Okay? So look into that. Pay attention to the signs. Go within to see, you know, if this person is the one for you. So you have TEMB. This could be last name, first name, or the letters of a nickname. All right, you guys, TEB. They're not giving me anything. Sometimes they give me names, but you have Pisces. You have Pisces strongly and Scorpio. You have a lot of water energy. So you may be dealing with water energy. All right, you guys, this has been your reading. I hope that it resonated. If it didn't, maybe, you know, it wasn't your time. I'll see you soon. One love. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Take care.
Thanking you for watching, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.